Okay, you have to speak out.
Okay.
This case is not limited to this office, as you can see.
Okay.
So you can speak out. Let everybody understand what you're saying.
It's actually a domestic violence that has been going on in my marriage.
Okay.
Since 2015 that I married till the March of this year.
Till March of this year?
Yes.
You're married to since 2015?
Yes, ma'am. I did my tradition January 3rd.
Okay.
So after I was pregnant when the first violence started.
Okay.
I was about 6 months plus.
Yeah.
The pregnant of that my son, the one you saw that the last week.
That my son?
Yes, one you see.
That my handsome son?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So
where is he?
I left him behind because of the stress and everything we passed through that day.
Okay.
So I was 6 months plus pregnant. I was lying on the floor. Let's say a month plus after the tradition. So there is something on my phone, and I gave it, said, sweetie, please help me set this thing. So he now left what I asked him to set and went to the message side. So he definitely saw the message, the chats, and the picture of a guy that engaged me and traveled. The interaction and everything, even before, after 2 years before I met him, the message. So what I noticed was he started kinking me on the floor. So I now jumped up with force, forgetting that I'm pregnant. He started giving me a slap. He slapped me to this, and one side of my face swallowed and the eyes was red. I have a chop. That is where he met me.
Oh shit.
I have a chop. That is where he met me. I didn't go to that shop till after a week plus so that the face can be able to come down. That was the first abuse. I swallowed it. I didn't tell anybody. I only told the mom. The mom now got angry. Say you wanted to start your lifestyle with this one that you just married. Then the second one was 8 days after my birth. After I give birth to that my son.
Go ahead.
8 days after the delivering of the baby, because the baby suffered from jaundice. So we were running from one hospital to the other. So at that period, we packed into a new house. So he now gave my brother's money to get us a gas. So I told my brother that I want red colored one I'm using with him when I'm not married. So my brother now went the two show place that he got that one. He didn't see it. So he returned back to the hospital and said, Buchi, I did not see the red color. I said, okay, give me. When my husband comes, I will tell him to go to that place that we bought our deep freezer and get me that color. So after my brother left, he now came. I said, we were discussing. I said,
Pop the light behind it.
Which one?
The one on red button?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I now told him, Austin said he did not see the red gas, so go to that place that we get the deep freezer and get me and check if you can see the red one. He now started that I have not learned that till this moment I'm still kind of behaving as a child. I have not learned that he was the mom said I should come back to Aba and give birth. Both of us agreed. I said, sweetie, why would I go to Aba? If I start going to Aba, that means any child I will give, I have to go to Mama at Aba and deliver the baby. Both of us agreed that I will not go. So when I delivered the baby was having jaundice. He was cursing me all the time at the hospital that I'm the cause, assuming I accepted what the mom told me, that he will not be suffering what he's suffering over this baby. So he get angry, started cursing me at that hospital. At the point, he said he hates me. When I replied back and said I hate you back, he started beating me at the hospital. And it was at night. The doctors and nurses have left. Only one nurse was there. He beat me to the extent he want and he ran out. Before my brothers could come, he have already left me and the baby at the hospital. Then the third one was when the mom came for Thanksgiving. There was this sugar mommy he was going out with. Are you hearing me, ma?
Go ahead.
So that sugar mommy was kind of bringing problem in the marriage. To the extent the slap I keep collecting from the sugar, because he do sleep outside every week. When he come back, if I frown my face, he will hit me on it. Say that I'm frowning facing him, or probably I'm giving him food and frowning my face. I will not ask him where are you coming from or why did you sleep outside. He keep doing anything he like with the sugar mommy, to the extent he started bringing the woman in my house. So the slap I got from the woman, all my ears, started having pause, and if I can't lie down with any of the ears, at times he will bring in water that has odd smell, that he take me to hospital. Doctor now asks me what happened. I say the heat. The doctor look at him and say, in no account someone can be able to touch this ear again, that this ear bank is already faulty.
In his presence?
Yes, he's one that take me to hospital because of the slap, the injury he gave me to the ears. I can't lie down with it, I'll be feeling pains. After the doctor won, he stopped slapping me, started using his leg and his hand to break my legs, my hand, anyhow, even in my womb, he will just hit me anywhere he wants. So when the mom came, I now told the mom, say, look at what he's doing. He's sleeping outside. Although anytime he did, I would call the mom. The mom will call him and be cursing him. Said the wife you just married, go back home. Go back home. So when the mom now came, I bring the issue up. He still beat me in presence of the mom twice before the woman left in a week time after the Thanksgiving. The fourth one was when the brother came. He stayed very long. The younger brother, he's kind of looking for admission then. Precious was about 20-something years. So there was a day he took the guy out, then went for out. So after they stayed for the fast food, he bought some, because he's good at buying things for house. So he bought some house things and meat pie too. So when the boy came back, he dropped those things that he bought on top of deep freezer in the kitchen. They now took the meat pie to the fridge, which I didn't know the meat pie is there. So when I went to the kitchen, I put those things where they're supposed to be and went back into my room. So when I served him food, he was asking me, did I see the meat pie he bought for me? I said no. He said, why should I say that I didn't see the meat pie he bought for me? I said, I did not see meat pie. Maybe I was coming from the kitchen. I have put those things where they are. He said that I should go and check. So I started searching for the meat pie. I now get it at the smaller fridge, one in the dining side. So when I came, I said, okay, I've seen it. So does it mean that Precious cannot tell me that you bought meat pie for me? He just went straight and put it inside fridge. He hit me over it. Why should I mention Precious' name? For what will I call him into this issue out of my stupidity? Okay, that one now go. The third one was because when I was when I was second pregnant, the mom now said, because the baby was kind of giving me stress, and if I do any domestic work, I will be seeing blood. So the mom now come, because I don't have mommy. I use the mom as my mom as of that time. She now come, said I should tell my husband to be helping me to do some works. I said okay. I didn't tell him, I keep quiet. After some days, she called me back and said, Mama, have you told him what I said? I said, Mom, help me and tell him. When the mom now called him and tell him finish, immediately he dropped the call. He moved straight to where I was lying on the master bedroom and said, he started asking me, why will he help me to be doing things? Am I taking care of him? And I asked him, taking care of him? I clean the house. What kind of care? He said, do I wash his clothes? I said, but I do wash your clothes. He said, I don't. I said, but you are the one that asked me to stop washing your clothes. He said, do I wash his clothes? Do I press pimple on his face or rub his back? All those kind of things. We started arguing on that. He still used the same leg and kicked me on the ground when I was the second pregnant, which I don't know if it's the kicking that killed the baby till today. He kicked me, I jumped up. He still beat me with the pregnancy, which I called the mom and tell the mom. Then after that one, the baby now died inside my womb. I went for evacuation.
Which year?
That was 2017 March. I went for evacuation. And now the symptoms stopped. So when we went for hospital, I went for scan. They said the baby is dead. He started causing me that I'm a witch, that I will use my water spirit that I'm using my water spirit to be eating all the children he's putting in my womb, that I've eaten this one up too. He calls and say everything. And since 2015 I've married him, I've been suffering from high blood pressure, which he knows. Then when we came back home, we now went for hospital for evacuation. 2 days after the evacuation, the sister came that time to help me, not knowing that the baby is dead already. The younger sister is about 20-something, she's in university. So she's at the back corner watching.
Sorry.
Okay.
Did Sunday activate this and ask him? Go ahead.
Okay, ma. So the sister was helping me to wash my clothes, and this my son's clothes at the back corner. And before then, doctor instructed me not to do anything or stress myself. that I'm kind of weak and my BP is very high. So I now
How much?
I now went to the back corner and sit with her. So as she was watching, I said, because her name is Ezine, I call her name mommy. I said, "Name mommy, let me help you and be raising it." So she said that I should not dry you. I said, "No, I'm not drying. Let me be raising the cloth." So as the girl was watching, I was raising. He was at the parlor watching football. Immediately he saw me outside. He started cursing me. He talk and talk and talk. There is no name he did not call. His sister packed my leg, said that I should not say a word. And me, I didn't have strength to say anything. I keep quiet. At a point, he said that I should come inside and pack my things and leave his house. So I now know that definitely he want to beat me 2 days after my evacuation. So I now went out of
2 days after the evacuation?
Yes, ma'am.
Take the bag.
I was still on drug.
Help me move yourself to this side. I want to control the lights. Go to that chair. Let me on that light, please. Okay, you can go over here.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yes, ma'am. So when he said I should come inside and pack my things, that I should leave his house, I now know definitely he's looking for opportunity to hit me. So I now started going out of that back corner. So when he come out of the room, I started running. He run after me and hit me at my back. I run out of the gate and ran to the next compound. So when I ran to the next compound and sat there, the woman gave me water and started pouring me water because of the breathing I was breathing. So after some time, I now called my brother Austin. That is the one that has been at my head, or anytime he beat me, he had been the one maybe accommodating me or definitely helping me to get some job. I now called him and said, "Austin, look at what is happening." He said, with this my condition? I said yes. He now got angry. That was the one he went and reported him at I'm sorry, because he had first, I'm coming to the one he reported him at Ikotu police station. He now report him at Idimo police station. It's one woman, Agatha, that is one that handled the case with DPO Austin Akeka. He now got angry and called that woman for him. Then when they went there, they asked him to write. The woman now asked what's the problem. After me saying my own, he said his own. The woman now get angry with him. After that, now asked him that he must write undertaking not to lay hand on me again. He said he won't do it.
Agatha, you say which police station?
Idimo.
Is it Dimo or B Shasha? Go ahead.
Yes, so the Agatha now got angry and take him to DPO. It's Austin Akeka that was in charge there, but they have transferred him to somewhere. So the man now talked to him and said even as of his age, he don't beat his wife. That is stout that beat their wife. Now how can he be laying hand on me? That is not good. That he must write undertaking. That anytime he overheard him lay hand on me, that he's going to throw him inside cell for 1 month. Mosquito will bite him. Then when he come out and look at himself, he will hate himself. Then after writing the undertaking, we go back home. The one that made my brother to call police for him at Ikotu was about the sugar mommy issue. After delivering my baby, I was going to the shop because he said I should sell up the one in the street and go inside market so that I can be closing by 6 and come back home. Not knowing that if you drop me, you will go and carry the woman and take him to my house. So there was a day he was driving me back to the house. My baby have already slept. Immediately I get back home to my master bedroom to put the baby, I saw a touch of the woman because I was following her on Facebook. She's this type that do 1 million braid. But me, I'm kind of big braid because of my size of my face or whatever. I don't do tiny one, which you know. So immediately I saw that attached. I rushed to Facebook, saw the head he was carrying. The one he take him to where both of us did our honeymoon. He still take the woman there and do his own honeymoon with the woman there.
Are they married?
Somebody's wife with 4 kids.
We will bring it out. Don't worry, the case is half stage. Go ahead.
So I now saw the attach, and this thing have been happening. And the brother, Precious, was in the house. He's not telling me. He keep it as a secret. And he
what do you mean by attach?
That is braiding now.
The
one that caught when they are making love on top of the bed. Yes, ma'am. So they did not know. Even the bedsheet, they turn it upside down. I'm the one that put the bedsheet. So when a woman come into the house, that is after the attach, I now started looking around and saw that the bed sheet was kind of turning upside down and the attach of the woman on the bed where we use as matrimonial bed. So I now bring the attach. And before then, you don't drop me, don't go meet the woman. Anytime you like, you will sleep aside. He doesn't even have my time. And I said, Precious, what is this? That is the younger brother. Precious was looking at me. Mommy She. The boy called me Mommy She. I said, what is this spray? He said, you don't know. Is it not my attach? I said, have you seen me do small attach? What is the meaning? He said, you don't know what is wrong with his brother. That is Rachel. The woman name is Rachel. That he used to come out. At times he will send him out. So
Rachel.
He will send him Precious out to go and do something anytime the woman come. So immediately he come back, I was like, what is this? Look, this is what I saw on the bed. He grabbed it from my hand and still beat me over that issue, which I packed my things and ran to my brother's house. The next day, do you know what he did? He collected 2 bottles of Star, empty one that he drank, and put inside his bag and drove down to my brother's house. My brother asked me to go and bath my baby and bath so that we go to my pastor, so that the pastor will call him for we to settle and know what is the issue.
Which church do you worship?
Calvary Deliverance Ministry. So when he now came, he knocked on. I was in the bathroom bathing down my son. He knocked at that door. When Austin opened the door and greeted him, or maybe he did not greet him, he was asking, where is my son? Where is my son? I want to ask him, is it your wife that you beat up? You will be asking of, or is it your son? He used the bottle and break it at his sitting room. Said if he did not leave the road, he will use it and bring out the his intestines. That didn't I tell him that he's a madman. So
and he broke the bottle in that house.
In that parlor. In
presence of your brother.
In his parlor.
Was the brother around?
He's the one that opened door for him. He was not asking where this one was. Him was asking my brother, where is my son? So my brother was like, are you to ask of your wife that you beat up or your son? He break the 2 bottles at the sitting room. Said if my brother did not leave the road so that he can enter inside my brother's house and collect his son, he will use the bottle and bring out all the intestine in his stomach. So immediately I heard his bottle, his voice and the bottle, I ran out. And before they said my brother had left the road, he walked into my brother's house and look around and see where I was bathing the boy with foam and soap. He hijacked the boy and left. So my brother now snapped the bottle and went to Ekoto police station. That is when he called police, he got to police for him. And the second one was at Idimo after the evacuation that he hit me. So at the 4th one,
at the Kote police station, how did they end it? Did they charge him to court?
Maybe he paid his way out. They didn't handle the case very well.
That case happened when?
That should be 2016. Then the one we went for Idimo was 2017.
Okay.
Then after the 2017, he still continued the beating. I didn't go back to complain because they said they would throw him in court in cell.
You went back to the house?
Yes, I went back after they settled. Then when my son, they have long holidays for 1 month, he said we should travel to Aba to go and meet his mom. I said okay. Although we are having sunshine, we now travel to Aba. We stayed a month there. So immediately we travel. The next day morning, we are on the mommy's room because I have this room where he do his morning prayer. After prayer, we went happily. He started complaining to the mom that I'm married and I'm kind of still attaching myself to my family. But there is a family prayer we want to do in my father's house. Then I want to go and follow them and do that. I'm still attaching myself. I didn't know that I'm now married. I'm carrying the load of my family on my head. That is why I'm having BP. That I'm overshadowing him in the house. All those kind of this and this. The woman now said, this is morning now. Let's go outside. They go outside. They started saying it. I didn't say a word. I didn't reply to him. Then after making the morning food with the sister, I served my mother. As I want to serve him, he used this plastic stool and hit it on my head, break it on my head. The mother he didn't reply. Why did that she now gets all the whole things. So this is how he had been maltreating somebody's daughter. What did I do to him that he break it on my head?
Plastic stool? Yes,
use it and break it on my head. He beat me twice in that one that we travel. Let me not just.
Did you people court before this marriage? Was there courtship?
I was just 4 months of court. So it was kind of marry, and I have trouble then. I don't have time. I normally go to his house on Sundays. Maybe after I might have sleep and rest in the evening, or definitely at times at night. If I'm going back from my shop, I will stop. The next day I will go back to shop. For 4 months, he said marriage. So we now got married. Then after that one, we came back. I remember the one, and I will still look onto this place. The one that they told me that my dad is dead. 2 or 3 days after my dad's death, he said I should come, that he have something to discuss with me. Because since I married him, is this a traveling issue that we keep handling it because of his paper that have problem. Although he's into this electrical or whatever, he only go the one that pleases him. So I will be kind of bothering him. Please, even if it's any amount, make sure you attach yourself to company. It will serve us better. He said that I'm trying to push him out so that I will use the house to be bringing a man to sleep with me. So when he come inside, he said that there is a job he got at Port Harcourt. I said, okay. I said, how much is it? He said, no, that he's coming. That job, he'll be staying there like 2 or 3 months before he come back to Lagos. I said, okay, it's good. How much is it? He said 70,000 or 60. I said, it's good, sweet now. Please, he can help us out. He started hitting. That is when he beat me. I fainted. This is the place he hit me as I wanted to run. He used his hand this place. I felt and faint. You know,
he fainted.
Yes.
Did you come to this place from the same house, or both of you come from a different house?
No.
Yes.
I have left his house
Go
when
ahead.
the last one happened. All this while I keep running back to my father's house that I don't want. He will come, he will kneel down, he will beg me, say so many things. I'll go back. He will continue. So when he hit me, I fainted. He now called my house help. Then pour me water. Maybe I didn't come up with what the girl said. He now put me inside and drove me down to my pastor's, to my church, and dumped me that place and ran away.
Not even hospital.
All the
Don't interrupt him, please. No interruption. You'll be given time to talk.
He now ran away.
You don't need
so
to
after the
interrupt
pastor
him.
prayed and turned around, I still have the pastor's number. We can turn around and look. We didn't see him. The pastor now called my brother Austin, said he should come to the church. The Austin was there. They started calling him. They called him and called him. When he came, when he dumped me, the pastor asked him what is it. He said I was in a bathroom and now something skipped me water. I was taking my bath in the bathroom and now fell. That he did not touch me. It's when I recover myself that I now told him what happened. He denied it today. He did not lay his hand on me. So that one, as we want to go for my daddy's burial, I packed all my things. He's kind of driving down to the east without knowing that I decided I'm not coming again. When after the burial and even the day of my daddy's burial, he and the mom and the younger was then fight the person, the musician there, but that one is not among the issue. So when all the whole thing was happening, then tell him that I'm not coming again. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I now told him that I don't want to marry again. He have to come back and beg and said that he can't, that it's not possible, that he can't live his life without me, that he will never try it again. That there is no beg, he didn't beg me. Even the elders were kind of confused because about 4 elders were involved and all my families. Then tell him that this one is out of hand, that he might kill me one day, and the excuses that I'm giving now that makes him to hit me doesn't want it. The man of 70 said that he had been with his wife for 40 years, that he have never laid his hand on his wife, that this one is too much. He said that he will not do it again. I still packed my things and went back. He still continued. To the extent he continued, my family now said they will get cola and the alligator pepper to go and give to the people.
Meaning what?
To give him as a warning that if he kill me, they will use my dead body as pepper soup for him to eat.
So they are waiting for you to even die so that they will use you
because
as
I did not want
soup.
to come out, because all of them said I should come out. As I did not want to come, that was why they do it like that. So when my brother now traveled back for them to go for the assignments, they called the mom and tell the mom. Immediately the mom called him and tell him the story. Immediately he dropped the phone. He came to dining table where I am, started beating. That was the one he beat and broke this my leg. After beating me, he broke the leg and leave me and left. It's my church member, Sister Joy, that came with drug and this thing they call Lori. Was the leg I've already swallowed and started massaging me. I remember that one. Then the one there is one that when I traveled alone with my son to the mall, After we went to church, there is a message they gave that the woman said, I have this water spirit that might be affecting his destiny or whatever, that I should pray hard for that spirit to leave me.
Which woman?
The woman of God. That is the message he gave verbally in the church.
Which church?
It's a prayer house. It's the mommy's prayer house. When I travel and meet the mom, that is when
in the east.
Yes, at Aba. So when I come back, I told him everything the man said. So one day the mom now called him and said I was lying. That the man told him that and the mom was not there. It's me and the younger sister. Even when this issue come out, the younger sister was angry with the mom. Were you there when they gave that message? Is it not me and mama that go for the message? The mom now said no. That what the man said is that I have spirit that is affecting his destiny, not that I should pray over the spirit of the water. Do you know after he speak the Calabar with it, because he always speak Calabar since I married him, that initial time, before my family warned him to remove the mommy's hand from the marriage, so that let's see if the marriage will work. They will be speaking Calabar so that I will not hear what they are speaking.
Are they Calabar?
No, their grandma is from there. And you know, these Ngwa people, they relate to Calabar, so they are hearing it. So after he speak the Calabar finish with the mom, he dropped the phone. I was inside room. I wasn't even feeling fine. I'm still suffering for the high blood. That time the high blood pressure wanted to kill me. Immediately he looked for room, he didn't see me. Opened the toilet. What I get in my cheek was laugh. But why?
In the toilet?
Yes. That I was lying to him. That the mom just tell him that I didn't give him the message complete. What the man told me. After I put to finish and come to the room, he still come back and use his leg at my womb. Bye. It's like I still run at that one, said I don't want to marry again. He still beg. I come because I pack out of the house more than 15 times. I don't want to marry again. He still come and say that he need me, that I should come back. So after that one,
okay, summarize.
I should summarize.
Yeah.
Alright, the two that happened last was during December period. I was planning to go for my brother's traditional this thing. So at times, if I prepare to go, because he opened a business for me at a go-to market provision shop. Most of the times, if I'm ready to go in the morning, he will say he wants sex. We keep doing it. At times, I will say I'm tired. He will leave me. So that very day, I say, why? Look at the time after 9. By what time do you want me to go to this market? He say around 11. Why are you always demanding it in the morning? Why not at night? We started arguing on that. He pushed me inside bed and tear my pants. As he wanted to use force and drag my breast out. I said, you put cancer in my breast. It's rough. Take this. He started squeezing the breast. So I opened my mouth so that I can get breathing, because I can't breathe anymore. He was folding it. All his nails was all over my breast. Even the heat, he was hitting me on my laps. After that, he tear my pants and said if I want to go, that I should go. And now called my brother, that one come and look at me. Now take me. Okay, when that thing was happening, I call my brother. My brother now thought that I'm dead because I can't get my voice again. He now called one of my brother and his friend. He called him, said he should wait for him. That two of them will die today. Before those one will come in. He carry him to come out.
Run out of Lagos,
out of the house.
And still stay in Lagos.
He ran out of the house. Maybe anytime he beat me, he must make sure that he raped me. If I like it or not, after the raping, he will leave and go anywhere and enjoy himself and come back at midnight. Maybe by that time, he might have think that my brothers will not interfere or something. So he now left. My brother now took me to pharmacy and gave me some drugs. And gave me some drugs and some things to rub. And asked me, what do I want? That I will die. I said I'm leaving December period. That December period, I stay back and leave this December. He still beg, cry all over the whole phone, call all my family that it won't happen again. I stayed from that December to January 27. I don't have where to stay, and I can't stay in the village. And my job is at the today. What would I do? So I now came back to one of my cousins and said, I can't manage to stay that place. He started calling. I asked him to come and carry me. I returned to the house January 27. Immediately it's February, we entered. There is one he was cursing, we are kind of arguing. He dragged my trouser in front of my house help and my son, dragged me inside. He didn't beat me that one. After saying all the good things, I keep quiet. That one will summarize it.
All this beating, I want to ask, all this beating has it been happening in the presence of that child?
Yes.
The presence of the
There
boy I
is the
saw.
one, yes. There is the one he beat me to the back flat. This thing reminded me of something. My son was shouting, crying after him. He went to the back flat. The woman was sick. The woman is even dead now because she's seriously sick. And the husband went for job. He was giving me blood. The woman was shouting that he will kill me, that I'm having high blood pressure. He dragged the net open and entered the woman's house. My son was shouting and crying after him. He didn't care. He do after that one. So this, when I came back, there's one he hold my cloth and dragged me inside out of the parlor where the kids are. There's one he even in front of my girl. I was telling him what to do. I have already told him. I'm telling you, between the January before this March, February, the last one happened. What happened?
Before the COVID-19.
Ma, yes, under a month that I left, that he asked me to come back, that I did. So my brother said he just got married January. Then the wife did not know anywhere that I should come and take him to where he can make. He said it was on Thursday. You know, Thursday we do open shop around 10. So I now told him, he said that is not where we are going. Maybe definitely he might say that I'm taking them to church or something. That he can decide that I'm not going anywhere. That's his wife. I didn't say a word. I keep quiet. Then I stylishly come out of the room to the parlor side to see if he's in a bathroom. So when I was telling my girl what to do and my son, do you know he tied his towel and take water from the bathroom and came to the sitting room where there is center rug and chairs. I've dressed up and poured it from my head to my down. I keep quiet. I have to change the clothes. When I told my brother did not say anything. Just keep quiet. Even the wife, they didn't say anything. Then the last one that happened was 2 days before the lockdown. Around after 7, he's planning to travel the next day. So my girl, we do on-gen around after 7 or to 7. So my girl now went to on the gen. Probably he used the key starting. The thing did not start. So she have to draw it. And she's not used to drawing. You know the key to normally start. So she now cut the rope. She came to me and said, auntie, the rope have cut too. I said, happiness, goodness, I'm sure that you did not own that key. He said, auntie, she did. I said, okay. When he returns around after 10 or to 10. From the kitchen door, he was asked, happiness, there no light in this side. He said, that is brother. The rope cut. Where is she? Where is your auntie? Where is she? I was lying on the ties. Why didn't I call him and tell him that the rope cut and I know that he's traveling tomorrow? Is he not going to charge his phone? Why am I so wicked? Why did I hate him? I just turned to say, do you know if I have read it? I got a kick. He started kicking me, hit my face back on the ground. For me to stand up, he used leg. That is the one he mashed me this place. Even the one he mashed me on bone, I can't stand up that way. I was calling with my bum bum. I ran to the kitchen. He came that place and give me blow my head here at the thighs. I gathered myself one corner. I was begging him, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
This way you're talking, I feel like even beating you. Me that I cannot even start what you're talking.
I'm sorry, ma.
I can't start what you're saying. Please let me under this.
Please don't kill me. So he now said that I should come to the parlor and tell him why I hate him. He asked me questions that very day till after 3 that I will give him all the whole answers. He will still start afresh. That I should tell him why I hate him. After all the whole thing, he see that I can't, and he break this particular hand. This my hand, this place, and my 2 ears and my eyes are faulty. As I'm now sparking light are coming out of my eyes, and this my ear, I only sleep like this or like this because of the slap of the pain. So he raped me at that parlor with him. I'm using my bum to walk on. He raped me there. So when he now gets inside, he said that I should tell him why I hate him. He started another question. The blow he gave me at the kitchen, blood was coming from my mouth because my teeth wound my mouth. So he noticed I was kind of cleaning the mouth. He said I should open the mouth. I told him that I can't open, that here is paining. He started slapping me on the center.
Where is your housemate?
She's in the house.
How old is the girl?
She should be 16 plus now. I picked her up at 14 plus. That was last year. She started giving me slap. That I should use my hand and support and open my mouth. So to the extent of that slap, I now force my
How old are your brothers?
They are matured.
Do you have parents?
They are all dead.
Yeah.
Just my brothers.
How old are your brothers?
The one that got married should be about 33 years now.
33.
Yes. Yes.
He's
The
the
one
eldest.
No, the eldest in the village is for something, but that one is in the village.
How many of your brothers are in Lagos?
Just one.
One.
Yes.
And he's 33.
Yes.
The one he went to broke bottles.
Yes. He
In
had
his
been
house.
the one. Yes. Calling
Was the wife around when he went there?
No, he just married the girl this January.
This January?
Yes.
Okay.
Just married him this January. So after giving me the slap, we now wait. The next morning he raped me and carried his car out to East. So when I call my brother, that one now come from my rescue. That one now called him and say, "Oh, you have the mind beating my sister."
This
now,
one happened this time?
Yes, it happened March. I think we had that lockdown about March 24. This one happened about March 23 or 22. You after beating him to that extent, you drove down to the village. He now took me and still get me some drug and whatever. Said whatever that I decided to the other enough is enough. That he has no amendment. That it's no more that I must have a child or marry. I should come back. So that was after then. I now waited for the lockdown to be over. I couldn't. And I used all these firewood people. You know, they are unpack my things, leave the house.
How many weeks does it take after the beating for you to recuperate?
I don't. And all he cares is that I might still be in the pain. He will be complaining that I'm not responding well, that I'm kind of frowning, that I'm doing this, that I'm doing that. Even that pain that is inside you will still do on top of it. And he will want you to reply very well, be jovial, respect him.
And you cook for him?
Let him answer that.
No, I'm asking.
Yes, ma.
Because he would say he's own.
Ma.
And you cook for him?
Ma. There is nothing I don't cook. There is no soup you say you never eat for me. I make different type of soup. And anytime I close from market, we close around 6, I have to buy something to cook in the house. Against the next day, that him will eat maybe morning, afternoon, and my children will eat maybe taken to school and everything. And if I come back, I must be the one to cook. My girl have never entered kitchen one day.
Has he ever caught you with any man?
Ma?
Has he ever caught you with any man?
Any man?
Yes.
He have not, and I have never even tried it.
Has he ever suspected you, apart from the text messages you had with your ex that he found on your phone?
Yes.
Has he ever seen anything? Has he suspected you?
No.
Okay, before
because if at all it does, that means that will be the day I will die.
Okay, hold on. This beating started when?
2015, when I was 6 months plus pregnant, my first child.
Okay, you called for 4 months.
Yes, or 5.
5 before the marriage.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, within the period, has he ever executed that kind of attitude?
Not at all.
Okay, at what point did you notice this beating? At what point did he started
The beating?
This attitude?
That was that phone of 18. Immediately after tradition, I came back, that 2015 January. I think at the February period, that is the first time he tried it.
The day he saw the message.
2 months after yes.
The day he saw the message.
Yeah, I was lying on the floor that he started kicking and gave me a slap that one side of my face.
Okay, during the period you caught him to you people married,
yes,
there was no any violence?
No, not at all.
No insults?
No insults.
No slapping?
No.
And all this?
No.
So, started from the day he saw the text message till date?
Till now.
Okay. All right, Mr. Remind me of that your name again.
Yeah, God's will.
Okay, first of all, take off that mask first. It's all right. You have enough space to speak so that we can hear you out. All right. From the beginning, you heard what this lady say. Who is this person to you? This woman?
She is my wife.
Okay.
And is always my wife.
Okay. Can you respond back to all her allegation or her statements?
Why I'm here to answer your call is because I respect this burden as well, and I have not been here before, and she have not petitioned me in this office for the first time. Although I have been away for the past 2 weeks plus to 3 weeks, even coming back to Lagos, I have to hire an escort to bring me back to Lagos because I was tired out there and I was missing my family as well. So To my notice, I return, they are not around. I have been calling her as well. Sometimes she picks, sometimes she don't pick. Sometimes I will tell her I want to speak with my son. She don't give my son the phone. Sometimes she give the boy the phone. I just talk with the boy. But it's been hell for me. All this period she have now. I came back to Lagos. She have not been around. I know I have been having issues with her actually, and I won't say I'm right in what I'm doing, but one or two ways, I'm not trying for us to judge here, but one or two ways, she's not helping me out actually. What I mean by not helping me out is by the way she keep her annoyance so long with her. Sometimes a man might have issues with the wife and then the wife pleaded with her. She have to get over it. But sometimes she can stick with that annoyance 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. If you let her be, she can stick with the annoyance for 1 week plus. And there is no helping issues in a man's heart, you know, coupled with the level of love I have for her. And she said I have not been seeing series of messages in her phone is a lie, because even some days, even before that match, that was even within that match, her ex as well was sent her a message telling her if I do this to her, if I suck her, if I do this one, that he can do it more well. Who is he? I'm a man. He's a woman I married.
That was when?
That was March.
Which March?
This very March, this few months ago. You know, I saw that message. She replied the message and deleted the message without knowing that I'm already aware of the message. So it's not good when an ex is sending such message to your wife. It's very bad. And then sometimes things will happen. Instead of her to call my attention for us to sort it out amicably, you know, she will stick it in her mind. She will keep it to herself. Even after begging her, she will still, you know, keep on keeping the malice. Or sometimes I tell her, the way you do is not the way a woman does. A woman is meant to have a soft heart. Sometimes things happen, you try to overlook it. Not behaving as if I'm a flatmate to you. Because even to the extent she told me, there was a time early this year, she even told me she wants us to live in the apartment as flatmates. She stay in a room with my son, then I can stay in another room. You know, so many things, but this is not why I'm here. I'm here. She's still a woman I love so much. And then she knows, she can't deny it. She knows I love her too well. And then this marriage is something that I might not start mentioning them because I don't know, but I know that so many people don't want this marriage to stand. That is just the truth about it. And
are they the one instigating you to be beating her?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay, all the while you have been beating her, what if she dropped it?
No, but the beating she's talking about is not up to the extent she's lamenting it on.
So the ones she has been, all the numbers she has mentioned, you did not have any issues with her, or you did not beat her to that extent that she said?
No. I grew anger. That is just the truth. I'm not arguing about her. I grew anger. But the extent of the beating she is talking about is not exactly the way it is. I'm not saying that I didn't lay my hands.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you beat her?
Beating is different. Laying her. Okay, I lay my hands on her. Okay, let me say it's beating. I was angered because in so many occasions.
It is a criminal offense to beat?
I have one elder number and I have my brother number.
No interrupt us anymore.
So the issue is this: I lay my hand on her. That is just the truth about it. I lay my hands on her. That is the truth about it. But
you've not answered my question. Do you know beating a woman is a criminal offense?
Yeah, I lay my hand on her. That is just true. I got annoyed and I lay my hand on her. But it's not that. I asked, okay,
Can you tell us how many times you've beaten her?
How many times I have beaten her?
Yes. Can you?
We have issues over and over again. Yeah, we have had issues over and over again.
Do you know it's such a crime? Where is this child now? Where is that child? Is that so? Where he stays? Where are both of you staying together?
No, she left before I returned from my trip.
Okay, but are you aware that that child is not supposed to stay with both of you? With the violence you have exhibited so far in the presence of that child, are you aware first? Excuse me, don't interrupt me, please. Don't interrupt me. I don't want all those singing or whatever. Are you aware that that child cannot be where you and this woman is going to stay again?
The reason why I came, because I know it's not going to happen again. Because one, the last time I traveled to East, because when I went to my in-laws town, the time I had issues with her, I traveled to the village. They gave me a condition because I lost my father so early. So that was the reason. I'm from River State. I lost my father so early. That was the reason I was born and bred in Eastern Region of Nigeria, where my mom came from, because she works in that part of the state as well. So, and all these years, I have not been able to go to my village because of the issues my mom had with my family people when my dad was late. So my in-law said, this is not an issue. They need to handle some kind of issue from my main family. So even the very day she said she said I left, it was a condition they gave to me. She even know as well. I know how I managed to get in touch with my family.
What is the condition?
Yeah, they said they have to meet my direct family from the town I came from, because they don't know anyone from the town I came from.
Okay.
Because I lost my dad so early.
Okay.
I lost my dad so early. So they gave me that condition. I start making inquiries. She knows as well that even when I asked my mom refused to give me my uncle's number that can connect me to my family, because of the anger and annoyance of the way they treated her when my dad died. So I left that march. She knows I was already traveling before we had issue that very night, before the next day I was to make my trip. So, and as God may have it, even when I went down to the east, after some period of week or two, I was successful in what I even called her. I didn't even know. Even to the extent she was even home, she didn't even tell me she was leaving, even after the incident, because after the incident I traveled. After a week, she called me. I should subscribe DSTV for them, that the DSTV have expired. I said, okay, no problem. I don't have money now because of the budget I have taken care of as I arrive east. That once the money I'm expecting comes in, I will subscribe. I can subscribe it online or with my mobile app. So I don't know, because even for me, I was even thinking, is it because of the DSTV I told her I won't subscribe that made her to leave that very day? Because it's after she called me in the evening. I have traveled. This is after a week or two. She called me. She called me like today that the DSTV have expired. I said, okay, when I have money, I will subscribe it. Then at night, I heard that she had left the house.
What we actually wanted to hear here is truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Just tell us the reason behind your constant beating. What is that thing that gives you that hatred about her?
I don't hate
or
my
what
wife.
prompted you to be beaten? Okay. Listen, excuse me, Mr. Godwin. If you love yourself, I believe you love yourself the way you are sitting. I know you love yourself. If you love yourself, you can't harm yourself. And as you cannot harm yourself, you can't enjoy yourself, because yourself is precious to you. And that is what marriage is all about. Your wife is yourself, and yourself is your wife. Before you lay hand on your husband by dragging, not like holding cloth or anything, before you raise hand, hitting on somebody you feel you profess love to, something must have prompted that, because you can't watch yourself and be stabbing yourself. You can't stab yourself. One, you can't hit yourself any painful object on yourself. So before you do that to yourself, before you do that to whom you profess love to, something must have prompted that. We want to reason with you what has been your anger that have prompted you to have this constant beating that she has said.
Let me not say it.
Please put that phone on silent. I told you your phone should go on silent.
So, it's not about constant beating, but it's about her insistment towards letting go of issues.
Okay, do you know, listen to me. This is not it's not what you do. It's not a seasonal act. It's a constant act. Before, it's not funny.
No, but you say it because of what she explained.
It's not a seasonal something. It's a constant act. And when something become a constant act, for instance, there are a kind of things. If you rape a woman, no matter, even if your wife is promiscuous, if you rape a woman, no matter your closeness with that person, that pain can never go off from her. Mostly when you are not in good terms. That is no more love. That is wickedness. Is you are like trying to take whatever you want without considering her feelings or taking her consent. You offended someone, you beat her, or you are cheating on her. That emotion is there. Then you did not discuss that. You want to have your way by beating her. After beating her, then you rape her, which is also a criminal offense. That you think if you pay dowry on a woman, that gives you the audacity, the right over her, that you think you can have her carnal knowledge at will.
But I no longer cheat on her.
But you once cheat on her. You once cheated on her.
Up to 4 or 5 times. He have my brothers in Facebook. This the one he left home for 2 weeks and stay with the woman in hotel. I'm uploaded all this on Facebook. My brothers, my family was calling me.
He uploaded all this in Facebook?
Yes. My family was calling me.
So is it the married woman you're talking about?
No, I'm showing you the married woman.
The married woman, you will not approach the husband.
He's beating me over it.
No,
so
this case will not end here.
See, the husband walk in see. So I don't know. Look at the married woman
very well.
where he marked birthday for the woman of that has 4 kids, woman of 40-something years in his own family. Look at, I'm still married to him. This is a marriage of a year plus. He marked birthday for this woman.
Who is this person?
Okay, Rachel is
a friend.
This is the one
he's sleeping with
in my house.
I was only invited. He's a friend.
Has this person slept in your house?
She never slept in my house.
She never slept in your house?
Yes.
You are not really even smart. You are not smart enough.
If she feels
you are smart enough, you would have posted this woman. Listen, you can cut cake with even ordinary friends.
I don't know.
You can cut cake. This we cannot judge
even
by
the
this.
Other picture
Excuse me, don't interrupt me.
There is a lot of pictures. So.
Hold on.
Even the one he will wear his clothes in a hotel room. The woman will wear it and snap and put it in Facebook.
Hold on. With this, you are not smart enough, because with this, anybody can cut cake this way. Now this is a crowd. This is crowd cake. That like you invite more than how many, but everybody join you cut cake. You cannot judge by this. But when you begin to notice the married woman is coming to your house to sleep, that is when you prepare to blow her naked in the public.
She don't sleep. If I went to
then you get you are not smart. That is why you keep going out and coming in and going out and coming in. If you are smart enough, you've that set a trap where you blow both of them naked in the public. Then she, as a married woman that wants to dent the image of other married women, will say you will single-handedly publish such person, so that her family and the husband will know the kind of woman she is.
There is the one he sleep in my matrimonial bed when I traveled last December. Immediately I came, the girl came by herself. He's starting there, the girl was calling him.
Hold on, let's face the fact, let's face the truth, that which is most important. Mr. Godwin,
yes, ma'am.
what do you want?
Now, what I want is that
Yes.
he's used to kind of trying to abuse me over his son, that I should give him his son, that
Okay.
he wants his son.
Okay.
And I don't want in a situation, because he smokes in front of the boy. He smokes weed in front of the boy. So anytime I come back, my girl will be telling me that the Kitson is using matches. I can call the girl and he will say it herself. That he's using matches. He's using matches to practice that. Are you getting? So he will like to kind of my son. So I don't want in a situation whereby I will give him the son to turn to become a violent or turn into be a smoker or other thing that is involved. So what I want is that let him take care of his son. The school fees, the transport fare, the lesson and the upkeeping, and let him stay far away from me. I don't want him around me.
Who has been paying for the child's school fees?
He's the one, but since this lockdown, he don't care.
There's no school now.
School and section.
Yes, some are doing lesson. I told him let the boy start lesson so that
And for sure you will do lesson.
But he
Then
didn't answer me on that.
Don't interrupt, please. If you want to talk.
I sent him a message over that. He didn't answer me till today. Even the feeding of whatever, he just.
I didn't
he
send
just
you
blocked.
money. When I traveled, did I not send you money?
That was when I was staying in your house. Wait,
Hold on.
which one is here? Did you send
Excuse
money?
me. This place is not a place where both of you be exchanging your this behavior.
Okay.
Keep that question aside. If we ask you a question, if you want to respond, you respond.
Okay. So what I want is.
How
that
old is this boy?
He's 5 years. He just completed 5 years this April.
5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And the boy is with you now.
Yes, ma'am.
You said your brother is in Lagos.
Yes, and I want him to write undertaking over my life.
Your brother is in Lagos.
Yes, and also that my brother's life.
Mr. Goswe,
Yes, madam.
which members of your family is in Lagos?
I don't have anybody in Lagos.
You don't have anybody in
I
Lagos?
was not bred here. I was not even born here.
Well, how did you get here? Are you working here? Or
It's
you-
when I came down to town, so I decided to stay back in Lagos here.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm into trading.
Into
Although I
trading?
don't base here actually, but I bring in goods as well. I'm based in Singapore now.
In Singapore?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, before you came back. You have problem over there?
No, I don't have problem. But I just came back because secondly, that was when I met my wife the first time I came back.
And after
So-
you were married, decided to settle.
Yeah, I decided to set her up before I leave because I didn't like the business she was doing. So and there are still so many things that was undone as well. And secondly, she don't know my family as well. So I needed her to know all these things, and I had no access to get in touch with my family because I'm from River State. But as God may have it, as I traveled during March, I was able to get in touch with the help of God. I was able to get in touch. Even the last time I was with my uncle, she knows about that. My uncle, I called down.
Who attended the marriage? Who attended the marriage
It
from your
was
family?
people. It was people. I don't even know most people because it was the people my mom invited.
Only your mom.
Yeah, but nobody was from my family because I have not seen my family for 30-something years now.
You left home when? Well, how old were you when you left home?
I was still a little baby when my dad died. I was
No,
just,
how old were you when you left Nigeria to Singapore?
okay, that was 2000. That was 2010.
2010.
Yeah,
Do you have siblings?
they are still. Yeah. I have siblings, but not direct father.
Okay, you are the only child from your
from
dad
my dad.
that your mom had.
Yes.
Okay, you know, I told you earlier that I've closed
Yes, ma'am.
before, but we just want to attend to this case briefly.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll adjourn this case.
Okay.
That will look into this matter properly from all angles, from our legal department, and to know how we can. Yeah. So we'll be going and hold on, let me confirm.
You were asking her what she wanted.
No, just leave that to. We'll do that in our lesson. Yeah. How many cases did you book tomorrow?
So
2 cases. What time?
10 and 11.
10 and 11. Okay, 10 to 11. What kind of case?
One is domestic misunderstanding,
And what again?
and the other one is scam.
Scam?
That one
International or
that's
local?
ongoing. International.
International. International.
Yeah.
The scam.
Yeah.
Okay.
The accused person is
10 and 11. Okay. Oh, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. Okay. By 1 o'clock tomorrow, we'll have you people back. I don't want to shift it because we have so many cases piled down. Let's attend to you people tomorrow by 1 o'clock. Please, let the one be one, so that we'll be able to tackle so many issues that is on ground. Okay. All right, viewers, thank you very much for joining us. Please, this case will be adjourned to tomorrow, 25th, Thursday, by June 2020 by 1 p.m. Please join us and all our legal department within and outside the country. Be with us on our legal advice and also how we can look into this case beyond what we think is going on. Thank you. Remember, please subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. This case is not permitted to be uploaded in any other social media, neither by any blogger except on this page and on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much and remember, bye.